Craving chicken fricassee? Let me walk you through the speedier version, bringing you all the creamy comfort and the timeless flavor of the classic, just the way I love to make it at home. This dish consists of two parts, the dreamy sauce and the tender chicken. I like to begin with the sauce, since it patiently waits and stays warm. For the roux, we melt the batter in a medium-sized pot on a medium heat. When it starts to bubble, we add the flour and cook, constantly stirring on medium heat for 2 to 3 minutes. This VMF whisk is perfect for this. For chicken fricassee, I like to brown the roux a bit more. Then we add good quality chicken stock or homemade, even better, all at once and mix it again. Now it's time to add a bit of cream and season with salt, pepper and a bit of lemon juice. We can also add additional chicken broth powder if needed. This is pure comfort in a pot. If your sauce seems to be thick at this stage, don't worry. When you add the juicy chicken and its cooking juices in the next step, it will loosen up beautifully. Chicken fricassee is often served with vegetables like peas, carrots and mushrooms. Matthias' grandmother, however, made it plain, and this is how I make it. There is a quiet beauty serving tender chicken with a gentle creamy sauce, letting the flavors shine on their own. Craving veggies? Simply serve them along the side. Now let's prepare the chicken for its spotlight. Here are a few options. You've got a traditional way. In this one you use cooked leftover chicken, and you've got a quick way. You make the chicken fricassee with fried chicken breast. Pat the chicken dry and trim the tendons with a knife. A tendon is a tough white string running through the small inner strip. Flip the chicken breast over and find the thin strip. Cut off the small part of the chicken breast as close to the tendon as possible. And then make a cut almost parallel to the tendon on the other side, sliced against the grain. And cut into bite-sized pieces. Skip seasoning or season gently to keep cubes dry before frying. With your chicken prepared, grab the largest pan, heat it over medium heat, swirl some oil and lay the chicken pieces out in a single layer for optimal browning. The chicken pieces shouldn't touch each other. To keep everything golden and juicy, cook larger amounts of chicken in batches rather than all at once. Once the chicken cubes show white edges, I flip them one by one and let them sizzle for another 3 to 4 minutes. The whole process takes around 5 to 7 minutes, depending on the heat. Pull them off the heat as soon as they cooked through, since chicken breast can dry out in a flash. When the chicken is cooked, immediately transfer it from the pan into your warm creamy sauce. Stir and taste, then tweak the seasoning if you need. You are nearly ready to begin. In just a moment, I will show you the classic way to serve it. But first, you let me know, will you stick to the whole chicken or are you tempted to try my shortcut? Traditionally, the dish is paired with rice to soak up every drop of the creamy sauce. Noodles or mashed potatoes will also work with it. If cozy and simple comfort food is your thing, hit subscribe. Over the next few weeks, I will be cooking more of the weeknight favorites. Craving more quick German comfort? Check out my German meatball recipe from the last week.